home. Get well soon, girl. But someone who's rallied to fill in today is our girl and AGT judge, Mel B. Mel, we've been having so much fun with you. It's like not normal.
Yes. I love you girls.
Yes.
I really do.
We love you too.
So here goes another one. Are you ready for some more girl chat?
I'm ready.
And another one in the voice of DJ Khaled.
Do it.
First up, during an interview with Kiss FM earlier this week, actress and Red Sparrow star Jennifer Lawrence decided to set the record straight regarding rumors she had an affair with her Passengers co-star, Chris Pratt, leading to the end of his marriage to wife Anna Faris. Jennifer, quote, said, "I never had an affair with Chris. That's a good one. They got divorced like 2 years later and everybody was shouting, 'Jennifer Lawrence!' And I was like, what the what?" So ladies, when it comes to couples breaking up, why do you think that people always look for someone to blame?
Well, the problem is why they blaming somebody else instead of the two people that's in it, the affair,
The actual relationship.
or in the
know
marriage.
the details.
Exactly.
If we're gonna be real, you guys, people like juicy, gossipy stories.
Yes.
And it is gossip.
And it's more
half the
fun
time.
to hear, ooh, guess who broke up them? Like, it doesn't matter if it's the truth, if it's not. Like, people love to hear that. You could come up with the facts. You could show them, look, I wasn't the reason. They will be like, nah, but that's just the way it is. They would prefer to hear something more dramatic, something more gossipy.
Yes.
Well, I think that's a shame because the press do make up a lot of rumours.
See?
And it
Yes.
causes a lot of problems.
And I think,
fair, really.
did you think it was good for her to just
Set
squash
the record
it?
straight. Yes.
Set it off straight
Yes.
instead of, because some people, they would say, well, don't pay attention to the rumors, just let it, you know it's not true, they know it's not true.
Yeah.
Why is it important to set the record straight?
I would have done the same thing because I feel like J-Law doesn't play when it comes to cheating, and I don't either. I will never, ever stand there and let anybody out there, anybody I know, or any of my personal friends call me a cheater because that is something completely against my morals.
Right.
I would never let anybody do that. So I like that she called it straight. You know?
You should never let anybody mess up your reputation because at the end of the day, that's
Yes.
sometimes all you have.
And you have to be careful throwing out grenades like that. Like,
Yeah.
that's a very damaging word to accuse somebody of. I mean, you're breaking up relationships, you're making somebody else have to live with this reputation of being questioned as that. So that's not something to play around with. So I don't even like reporting news like that.
But the good thing is we've got social media, so you can set it straight yourself.
Yes.
I said it right.
Okay.
There you
Set
go.
it straight yourself. But I love what you said, Mel, about like people just creating rumors and that
Yeah,
I think
gossip.
sometimes the public doesn't realize that, that's the media's job is to create these rumors. Tell them, Mel.
She's moving. Why are you moving me?
Because you're off
like being
your
next to you.
camera.
Oh, okay.
I want you to have
Trying
the
to
right
make you be in your good light,
profile,
girl.
you know? Yeah.
Get it.
Okay, there you go. Now you in your right light. Isn't she in her right light?
All right, I'm gonna stay right here.
But Mel, has that ever happened to you? Have you ever found yourself in a conundrum of being either accused or having people fabricate things about
Oh,
your
there's
past?
so many things that have been said about me that are complete lies.
Really?
Yeah.
So,
a lot of things.
How do you handle that?
It becomes really hurtful, and you have to get a thick skin.
yeah, which
Literally.
one attacked you the most? Which one rumor?
Oh God, where do I start?
Which one? I have no
Gosh,
idea. Like, which...
I've been called everything under the sun. I've been dating everybody, and I haven't been dating. I'm still single and ready to mingle. Set that record straight.
Let it be known.
Yes. I mean, you just have to just deal with it. Unfortunately, if you're in the public eye, that's just what you've got to deal with.
But just even as regular people, I guess the question I'm saying is to a regular person that has to deal with everyday rumors. Now we have social media, and people will immediately attack just, a person. How should a person handle it? Should they do it through social media?
What
should
did you
they
do?
talk? What?
Blocked them all.
Oh, so you
Block
block
them.
them.
Yeah, and then I do my little statement, and that's it.
I think
Yeah.
you say it once, and that's it. Just say it one time. I think Jennifer Lawrence is saying it here one time and one time only, and that's it. And then you know the truth, so you can sleep with peace at night. No publicity, no great publicist, no great statement. Nothing is equal to your peace at night. So you could have the biggest publicist, you could have every blog page to say the right thing. When you put your head on that pillow at night and you know you didn't do nothing wrong, that is the best thing.
Yeah. And I just think sometimes, people try to say when they go low, you go high. Sometimes I meet you in the middle, okay?
I love that.
Because it's been
What's
things...
meeting in the middle?
Meeting in the middle is standing up for yourself. I think there's nothing wrong with standing up for yourself if you know something is not true.
Yeah.
For example, there have been things that's been said about me, and, you know, I just want people to know, I've been working for this a long time. 15 years I've been trying to get my own show. And it kind of hurts when you get it and then people assume certain things when they don't know you. You know, so it's like, no, I'm going to stand up for myself.
Yeah, I hear that.
I'm going to stand up. So I think it's good for especially women. And because Jennifer Lawrence is a woman, she's a strong woman, I think there are some people that like her, some people that dislike her. I just commended her for, you know, putting a stop to it because just because a man and a woman works together don't mean they always got to sleep together.
Right, exactly.
All right?
But he's cute, though.
Oh, yeah.
Very
Yeah, I would tap that. I tap straight
cute.
But, you know, that does not mean that happened. And for people to assume that was just wrong. So I'm glad she straightened it out. I think if anybody gets on you, straighten it out. You have right to have your story told.
Right.
Don't play
so with that being said, actually, guys, we have breaking news here.
What?
Lonnie was actually the cause of their breakup.
Oh, my gosh.
Like, people literally say anything. It's, like, so random.
I was doing Chris Pratt.
You're like, I own that. Whoa.
And that's the thing. They'll give you a rumor, and they know it's not true. They know, you ain't never seen me with Chris Pratt. Only time you see me and Chris Pratt was in the movie watching him on the screen.
Why do you think that they always say that the reason a marriage had to end was because there's someone else? Why is that always the go-to? Like, it can't be that maybe they just didn't get along. It's always like, ooh, probably someone was cheating on somebody, or like you always assume
that sounds more scandalous.
Yes.
It's gossip at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I also think we can't remove that cheating really does exist. And it happens everywhere in the world, especially in an industry where people get caught up in themselves, right? So we live in an area where it's real, but that doesn't mean that it has to be real to you when somebody accuses you of that.
Exactly. Well, you know, from damaging someone's reputation to damaging someone's hair, a recent article on the website Sandra Rose asked a tricky question: how young is too young to wear hair extensions? The question stemmed from a blog by Essence writer Brianna McCarthy, who saw a young girl at her son's school wearing a long hair weave. Now, Brianna wondered if the hair weave was doing damage to not just the girl's self-esteem, but also to her edges. Now, Mel, as a mom with daughters, and you have young daughters, what do you think?
Well, I think every parent has the right to parent how they want to parent. So there is no right or wrong, but I don't think you should start too young with a weave or with extensions because it can damage your hair.
Right.
You know, I mean, my 19-year-old, she's never wanted a weave. She's never wanted extensions. Me, on the other hand, all weave, all extensions. I love it.
So beautiful.
But then my 10-year-old loves braids. So I let her have her braids a few times a year, and then I let her have a little pom-poms.
Oh, that's cute. She with her daddy, Eddie Murphy. Ain't that cute?
Absolutely
with that
beautiful.
pink braid.
Yeah.
And you know, the thing is, braids I feel braids are different than a long hair extension because braids is more about the look. You know what I mean? And it just completes the look where if you're a young, like, how old is she? You're
10.
10?
I forgot that.
To
I'm
me,
like, how old is she?
I know.
I've got 3.
Wearing extensions, like long hair, like a grunt, you don't need to do that. But braids, to me, is something different because all you're doing is adding to the hair and braiding it out to make it a certain design.
But you can't have your braids in for too long either.
Exactly.
Because that'll create.
Exactly. Well, what my mom used to do when I was growing up, because I have, like, naturally curly hair, they call it, like, C4. And it's a very curly grade of hair. But my mom used to do my hair every Sunday. Wow. And the problem with that was that she would go out on Saturday night. So that Sunday morning, she would be hungover.
I'm over here hearing the beginning of the story, and I'm like, wow, that's so beautiful, a bonding moment on a Sunday.
No, but
I know what you mean,
any black woman, because my mom believed in the press and curl. When I mean, people press and curl, this before, you know, perms and stuff, we had that press and curl, right? My mom be hungover, she washed my hair, she and then you get that press and curl. You know, she be a little hungover, she be burning that ear. Ouch! And you have to hold down your ear, and I go to school with all kind of marks and stuff.
No way.
I always wore my hair out. The bigger, the better for me.
Yeah,
Yes.
I like
Actually,
to hear.
just
Yeah, you wore as a little girl. You wore it out.
Yes.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. It's different things for different cultures.
Yeah.
too,
Yeah, of
you know?
course.
It depends on your hair texture.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think, well, first of all, you know, as we get older, we get exposed to so many ways to change ourselves, whether it's nail polish, putting on eyelash extensions, makeup every day, that as long as you can embrace what God gave you and keep as natural as you can, the more you're going to become comfortable, whether you can get those, you know, extensions and things like that later on. So
You
I
also have to get the right person.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
wrong person doing your hair messes it all up.
I
Yes.
just don't think anybody, African American or any child, 18, 17 and under, I think it's too young to add extensions and things like that. If I'm gonna be honest, for me, I think that's too young. I think once you're grown, you can do whatever you want to do with your hair. But when you're a little younger wearing long weaves,
Yeah.
I don't know about
I
that.
remember when I was younger, Mama Mai really helped me celebrate style, right? We'd go to Marshall's and make our own clothes with Michael's stuff, and then we would color our hair, dye hair at a young age. Today, now, my hair is really thin, and I will never be able to know if I did it, you know, if it was because of the damage that happened when I was young, or is it because I style my hair all the time now? But I know that that is a crucial time where you got to make sure all of your follicles are healthy and everything grows the
Exactly.
way it's supposed to be. So I will say there is a point of time where you want to let yourself be natural.
But
just to
I
careful
will say,
chemicals.
and I will
Chemicals
say,
can
be
damage.
natural. But if the baby is there some type of medical condition that maybe maybe they have to wear a wig or
sure.
something
Yeah.
like that, of course do that.
Totally
But if
understand.
nothing is wrong with your, let your
Yes.
kid just be your kid.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
what I'll say.
Up next,
Well said.
there's a hair-rising new trend that many people think is uber dumb. According to BuzzFeed, in an effort to reduce the cost of getting to the emergency room, people are actually using ride-sharing services like Lyft or Uber to take them to the hospital instead of calling an ambulance. Ladies, do you think ride-sharing services should allow drivers to give people a lift to the hospital? Or is that asking for too much trouble? I heard some mixed answers here. Yes,
clearly
no?
none of y'all have been in an ambulance, because have you paid that price?
An ambulance can cost $500 to $1,000.
Yes.
Thousands of dollars when you call an
What
ambulance.
you think, Mel?
But then what happens if you actually have a seizure or end up
Extra
dying
insurance.
in the Uber or the Lyft?
This is true.
Okay,
You know what I
this is
mean?
my
put it out. Put it out there. Put it out.
Insurance does not cover ambulances, by the way. The other thing is, this is my thing. If you are not able to stand up, call the Uber, walk into the Uber by yourself, then maybe you should call an ambulance. I do agree with that. If you are laid out on the floor, call the ambulance.
Yes.
100%.
Yes.
If you cut yourself and you have an injury, you need stitches. But you can yourself dial. Well, you don't dial the Uber. Go on the app, pick out which kind you want, walk yourself into the car. You guys, that's going to be an $11 ride versus thousands of dollars.
I know, but
This is true, but factor this in. I'm with you. So I grew up,
I'm not dying
when
of
I was
that
growing
either.
up, it wasn't always convenient to take an ambulance. Every time something happened, Mama Mai would be like, which one more cheap, the ambulance or the car?
The car.
And it's true because, you know, sometimes if you're not in dire need, like that can rack up, you know? But when you think about it now, depending on your condition, if something happens and you need a little bit more of a rush, which one's gonna get to the hospital faster? A siren on an ambulance or that Uber that's stuck in traffic?
No, girl,
Especially
no.
in LA.
Have you ever called an ambulance?
Yes.
I've called an ambulance. It took 35 minutes for the ambulance to get to me. That Uber ride would have been 2 minutes away. Thank you very much.
I know, but
I'm
okay.
telling you.
All right,
The
Amy.
person will be dead.
Here's another
They'll be
issue, though.
dead.
In England, it's
Tell us
free.
about
died.
England. Tell us about England.
In England, it's free. All health services
How
are
come all
completely
your-
free in England.
Which
Yeah.
is what, okay, first of all.
That's amazing.
Okay, Amen Corner, let me tell y'all. You get in there's no liability.
Yes.
Because
You're putting that Lyft or Uber driver in
in-
making them responsible for
That's
your
why I
life or
said
death matter.
And this is the point. We have a healthcare issue in this country. We're not gonna talk about it, but like you see somebody from Britain that said, it ain't no problem for us, all right?
Completely
People
free.
should not, if they
Have to
have
think
an
about
emergency, have to think about it. But now the Uber and Lyft companies are going to have to do something because they don't want to be held liable if something happens.
Right.
Also,
that's messed up.
No, what's messed up is what if somebody get in your car and they
I'm
throw
taking
up
them.
or
I'm
they got
taking
bodily
them.
fluid?
I'm sorry, I'm going to
they
be
die.
I'm not saying I would never see somebody in pain and be like, that's a liability, can't get in my car.
we're not saying that. What I'm saying is a liability because it's a private car and you're putting your kids in that car. And what if that person has some type of issue where it's like some type of contagious disease, whether it's bodily fluids?
Yeah.
You just got to think
You're
about
making
it.
yourself susceptible to that.
Exactly.
So
If I saw somebody, obviously, I think there's extreme cases.
I would too.
Of course.
I would too. But what we're saying is they got to figure out some type of way to do it. Like maybe they can do a special needs car for
That's a good idea.
medical emergencies.
Yes.
Maybe
That's an option. It's like Uber X, Uber, whatever.
I hear what Adrian's saying, though. Adrian's saying if you're driving down the road and you see somebody in need, girl, you would pull over real quick
would
and help
stop.
them. Yes. But when it comes to the responsibility of the person that knows that they're in the condition they're in, do they put you in danger by calling you, or do they do the right thing and call the ambulance?
Because right now
it's a
they're
different
trying
place
to
of
settle
responsibility.
cases.
Yeah.
Right now they're settling cases because people have sued them for things like that. So it's an issue that we're going to have to deal with. We're going to have to deal with it soon.
But if it's not a life or death matter, Jeannie Mai will be saving money, and I'll be hitting up that Uber.